Hey guys, we are in New York City and we've been learning about the best charter schools in America. And I wonder, where can I find the next great charter school?
Well, have you heard about Speca?
Not yet, but let's find out. Hello, I'm Maria from Speca. And today we're at South Bronx Early College Academy and we're here with Mr. K. Thank you so much for having us.
We're glad to have you.
And I want to start by asking you, what is the mission of the school?
The mission of the South Bronx Early College Academy, which we call SBECA, is to provide a college prep education to all of our wonderful students. We serve over 300 students in grades 6, 7, and 8 in a middle school in the South Bronx in our wonderful community. And we want to provide an education that gets them ready for high school and ready for college, but also is interesting and relevant and fun at the same time. We want it to be a place that is interesting and important, but also rigorous and challenging, that'll get kids ready for whatever they're doing next.
That's amazing. And you spoke about two very different things, about having fun, but also rigorous academics. How do you keep that balance here at Speca?
I think we keep that balance by trying to do a lot of different things at the same time. We want to have our teachers working on project-based learning, so students are doing things that are interesting, but we also have all of our students get an opportunity to take 3 Regents exams in 8th grade to really get them ahead of the game for high school. And we also have a rigorous advisory program where people are, all of our students are supported in small groups and have an opportunity to talk about how they're doing in school.
So we are here with Ms. Jones, Director of Operations here at SBECA. And we are at this amazing area on the rooftop. Can you tell me more about it?
Yes, so I love highlighting this space to parents. One of the great things about Speca is that we are not a co-located school, so we're single standing, which simply just means that this is our home and we don't share with any other space. So we have 2 floors with classes, and then this third space is our roof. We recently got the netting about 2 years ago. As you can see, when the trains pass, students are able to play basketball, soccer, they run track here. They're able to utilize this space with the equipment without worrying about something going over the ledge and down to the main ground. So parents think that that's awesome, and we love highlighting it because it's awesome for us too. Speca definitely has a lot of sports, so I always ask students when we tour, do you like to play sports? Because we offer girls basketball, boys basketball, flag football, soccer. They're also starting softball soon. We're also thinking about starting a cheerleading group with our students. So I always tell students, if there's a program that Speca doesn't offer, you are your own self-ambassador. You can go ahead and ask whether or not you can start something. We had students start a STEP program right before COVID, so that worked great for them. Speca is our home, and we hope that you want to join us.
Of course, this is a lovely home to have. Can you tell me 3 things that make this school special and unique?
Absolutely. 3 things that make our school unique. The first I already mentioned a little bit about trying to be a fun and rigorous school at the same time. We want the work to be interesting, but also very challenging for students, ending with an opportunity in 8th grade for students to take those 3 high school Regents exams. A second thing is that we have our own building, and that's not, there are other schools with their own building, but we really believe that's important here. It's a modern, beautiful new building that gives us a place where we can have our own community and where we feel safe and have an opportunity to really get to know our students in a personal way. That includes a team of social workers, an advisory program, and these days students really need an opportunity to feel safe and to speak to people about how they're doing. And then the third thing that makes us unique is a very rich extended day program. We have a school day that ends at 6 o'clock for students who want to stay after school, with a daily after-school program supported by an organization called WEDCO, and it's a rich and wonderful opportunity for students to do work and sports and other enrichment activities.
Well, this is Nora. She's an 8th grader here at Speca. And I was wondering, Nora, what do you like most about the school?
I would have to say one thing I love about the school is their passion for culture. Because a few months ago during Black History Month, we had an entire parade, a celebration for Black History Month right there in the NPR. And in my old school in Pennsylvania, it was a good school, but they didn't have that passion for culture like they do here, that dedication to educate students about different cultures. It's not just about learning math and learning ELA and science. It's also about teaching kids about, like, you know, our ancestors, the way we grew up. And I feel like that's very notable. That's a very honorable thing to do. Ms. Tinio and I are trying to do it so that during advisory we can educate the kids a little bit about it. Latin History Month, we had an entire celebration for it. We're educating kids for Juneteenth. We're going to have a day celebration for that. Like, it's so amazing how much we care about culture. Like, that is a very important thing to educate kids about.
Definitely.
And I feel like that's something that we can take more out of than just, you know, learning regular math.
Of course, and not only take it here in the classroom, but just take it outside to your community.
Yeah.
Mr. K, what is the teaching and learning style here at SBECA?
At Speca, we want our teaching to meet the needs of all of our students on an individual basis. So all of our classrooms have 2 teachers in the room for their main academic classrooms to provide the extra supports that some students need. We accept anyone with, whether a student has a disability or is new in the country and still learning English. We want to welcome everyone into our community. So we have 2 teachers in all of our core academic classrooms, and we want the learning to be based on engaging and relevant projects as much as possible, but also to give kids ample time for practice and to really get ready for not just exams, but for how they're going to use the information in real life.
So we're here at the art classroom, which is amazing, and I wanted to know, how about art? Do you like it, or?
Yeah, I actually really do like art. I got into it recently, I would say in January, when my mom just got me a random palette of watercolors that she got from her workplace. And then I started doodling, and then I did rose petals, and then it ended up being really pretty, and now I just do it every weekend, and I really love art.
That's amazing. And do you use it to relax, to unwind?
Yeah, I use it to, like, calm myself down and, like, you know, get the ideas out of my head, because, you know, when you really want to say something, you don't know how to put it into words, and sometimes putting it into art can really, like, let it go, but also create something beautiful.
And which one is your favorite subject here at SBECA?
I would have to say gym or, oh, definitely ELA. I'm a poet. I love poetry. I love writing poetry. You know, it's not just essays. It's not just writing about a book. It's not just summarizing. It's exploring the bigger picture of things in a way that you never thought about it before. And I love gym because I'm an athlete. I love football. I did not even know I could throw football until this year.
Nailed it.
Like, I could not throw football, and now I throw really well, and I'm really into football now. I really love it.
Awesome. So you're an artist, but also into sports.
Yeah.
Ms. Jones, can you tell me what's the best part about working here at SBECA?
It's the students. It's definitely the students. I love the kids. I see myself in them, probably a bit too much sometimes. We meet the students as they enroll and they come in, and then so we're the first face that they see, and of course they develop the relationships with the teachers, but I love to check in on them and just find out how they're doing, so it's definitely the kids.
I think building those relationships are very important for the present and for the future. Yes. And how did you end up here? What's the story?
So I started off in 2017. I actually started working at Speca before we moved into this lovely building. But what brought me here was I just wanted to work in an urban community. So after I graduated back in 2012 from Columbia, I knew that I wanted to stay in New York. And I feel like I want students to be able to see themselves. So just like I can see myself in them, I wanted them to be able to look around and see someone who looked like them. Someone who was able to go to school and graduate and go to college. I know college is not for everyone, but it's part of what's in Speca. So South Bronx Early College Academy, what I really love is that we offer them the ability to start thinking about classes. So when we walked into this room, I know you can see behind me the SJ for St. John's. Every class is named after a university, and it allows students to kind of feel like they're in that environment. That's part of just what we like to bring.
So we walked around this amazing campus. Can you tell me more about the campus and the community that you serve?
Absolutely. We are in this beautiful new building. The building opened about 5 years ago. The school was founded in 2015, and it's a modern new building with fast Wi-Fi and everything else. We're located on 156th Street in a wonderful, diverse community that we serve. We have lots of buses and trains right nearby, just a block away. And it's a wonderful, diverse community that we serve, and we're so proud to have this building of our own.
That's amazing, and the location is great because transportation is very important for students just to get here. So having that close by, I think it's really good for all students.
Absolutely. A lot of students come with their parents when they enter 6th grade, but by 7th and 8th grade, many students travel on their own to school, and we're lucky to have such a great location for them.
Of course, that's great, and they also practice how to be more independent and more responsible for themselves. So those are important things to take on to high school and then later on to college. And finally, can you tell me where can people find more information about SBECA?
Absolutely. We are accepting applicants now, and families can reach out to us in our main office. We have a wonderful operations team that can explain the process about applying and coming here. We also have a website at specacs.org, and we hope students will come, schedule a visit, come, we can show you around and introduce you to our staff and our students here.
Of course, and families can also visit Scola.com to find more information about the school. Well, this is Maria from Speca, and we'll see you at the next school.
You don't work for Speca.
So that's a wrap for South Bronx Early College Academy. This is Maria from Scola. We'll see you at the next school.